go in the water, now they are white again, you know. Here is so deep water, you know. Completely in the water, my friends. Completely down, you know. And then someone will tell me I'm not a street baller, you know. Completely down. You see that? Now I'm up, I'm down. And now tell me if I'm not a street baller. Complete wet shoes. Watch at this now, you know. And then when people tell me, hey, you have no experience outdoor, this and that. Now watch at this. Come on here. That is all wet, you know. You see that? It's all wet, yeah. Watch at this, all wet, yeah. And then tell me, you know, I don't have money. I am still outdoor, you know. And then people don't have to say, hey, this, that, you know, clickbait. You know, I'm one of the last who is not in a partner program. Real street baller, you know. Real content by a real street baller. That is the way how we did it, you know. If it is wet or not, we stayed out, you know. That was the style in the 90s. No matter what, you know. Well, my friends, here we go again. Today, by very rainy conditions. Water ball, not street ball, water ball. 1, 2, 3. Watch at this. Amazing, or? We are at Beggar League Court, and today we tested out some of the best balls which I have experienced by rain, by wet conditions, bad conditions, and I will compare them today. We have the Wilson DRV Pro, the Echo version, a rubber ball. We have the Nike Playground, a rubber ball. And we have the Molten D3500, which was always the best by bad conditions, a composite ball, but complete other composite ball than any other ball. And here it is so slippery because it snowed, you know. When I walk here I have to be so careful you slip out, you know. It's very tough. And yesterday we made the 5 hours 30 minutes around bicycle uphill training, and today we are here and the weather has changed, you know. Before it has snowed and there on we were, you know. That was one street which we drove yesterday. And 1 hour before it was snowing completely, you know. And now it rains, but here it is really, really slippery. And now we walk on to Beggar Lake Court, you know, asphalt court, and then we test the balls out. I'm very excited about that. And then we will see. So, we see us at the court. So now we walk in our Beggar Lake Court. You see all is wet. Wow. Perfect conditions for our balls, you know. Here the sand thing complete wet. So that means the ball will get very wet, you know. And here half side is complete underwater, you know. You know it already from the Wilson Evolution ball. There was the same where I tested this ball out. Wow, by the way, wow, all wet. Have you seen? It was much deeper than I thought. Now my shoe is wet. And the ball was better than expected by rain, but that was in summer around the Wilson Evolution. You know, an indoor ball by complete rain, but had really grip, you know, better than most of the other balls. But you know, I cannot recommend this. And now I put out my whole things, you know, wait, and watch it. This nice backpack, you know. Here, the overall thing, still alive, you know. Over, almost 2.5 years I have this tool. So we bring them out. More opening. Which ball is it? You should know it. Wilson DRV Pro, the Echo version, of course. And other one, 1, 2, 1, 2, I know it. Molten D3500. And herein the Nike Playground ball. So, and here we have them. Bad thing is, the hand gloves, I have hand gloves by me, was cold. They will get today completely wet. Makes no sense. But I had another pair, but they will also get wet when it's so wet and raining, and this wet snow which comes a little bit always again. better without gloves, you know, and then we will see the grip, the feeling. I will test them out, so round wise, you know, I will not say much about the balls because that we have done, you know, this in the other videos, only to see which is to me, you know. I wanted this today, it interests me for my own, which is the best by grip, you know. They are all, you know, it's a rougher ball, Nike Playground, also the DRV Pro, the Echo version. This is not rough, the Molten, but that has normally is the best grip almost from all balls, beside this ball, you know, out of the hand. But by weather it was always great, you know, always great. Tested it out with so many balls, the Molten ball. Yeah, and now I play a little bit this, and at the end I will tell you something. Let's do it. So now I have warmed up, you know it from me, without a warm-up I do nothing, you know, I was bicycling here, now joint mobility, bring the heartbeat up, and once again, here the sand, you know, here all is wet, you see that, that is deeper wet. On this side, it starts from here, this is all the wet area, from here, this, you see that, that is all wet and very deep, you know, to show you that you understand. When I go, you see that I'm almost with the ladder in now. Yeah, wow. And that is the whole side here because it goes down, but also here, you know, is the same part that is also deeper wet, you know. And so that means the best conditions for that, you know. Great conditions to test it, and now we do it. So we make a jumping comparison. DRV Pro, the Echo against Nike Playground. DRV Pro was a little bit higher. So, DRV Pro against the Molten. DRV has won, and now the other two. Nike has won, but now once again DRV against the Nike once again, that we see that. Yeah, you see that. These are always the conditions. You have to be careful on asphalt because there is always wobbling a little bit other, and when they are wet, you know, that makes all the difference. But now I go on. Jump very low today, you know, and to keep them low, very tough, and it would be more warm, much easier. Have you seen that? That I didn't expect now, this plop, and the ball was falling. No jump anymore. Have you seen that? Oh. And one thing what I can also tell you, you have to be careful by throwing, you know, because that many, when you're not experienced in that, will not think of. Close your eyes. When you shoot, close your eyes. Why? Because the ball is so wet when it all is those lakes in. Then the water goes into your eyes, you know, and that is dirty water, you see. That is earth in, and then you can get an infection because that is not a clean water, you know. So always be careful. Oh, with closed eyes, you know. I fix it, you know, with my eyes, and then when I go up, then I close my eyes, and then when the ball is away from my hand, then I open it, you know. Once again. Once again, 2 3-pointers in a row, you know. Nice. closed eyes, you know. They all can swim, you know. They are proven now that they swim. There is no hole in, you know. Oh, my shoes are wet now, completely wet. Once again. Here you can test if they have a hole, then they will go under. They have no hole. Ah. But my shoes completely wet. That is how I do it, you know. I have no money to buy things to clean them, so I go in the water. Now they are white again, you know. Here is so deep water, you know. Now, you see that? I show you that later, you know. That deep. completely in the water, my friends. Completely down, you know. Then someone will tell me I'm not a street baller, you know. I get no money for that, nothing, you know. So my friends, now we go down and someone will tell me I'm not a street baller, you know. I do sports outdoors since the early 90s, you know. All different sports, from street ball, you know, to skateboarding, sports which are only normally summer sports, you know. And then people think, yeah, I've also heard once this comment, I was slipping out because it was wet, was almost falling into my face, hurt it a little bit my wrist, and then someone wrote me, hey, you have done this only to generate clicks, you know. I mean, now watch this. That is how we did it with skateboard shoes, you know. I have my glove shoes on and now watch how deep this is. Now tell me, I'm completely under the water. You see that? I am under the water. You see, here is the water. This is all under the water now, yeah? Completely down. You see that? Now I'm up, I'm down. And now tell me if I'm not a street baller. Complete wet shoes. Watch at this now, you know. And then when people tell me, hey, you have no experience outdoor, this and that. Now watch at this. Come on here. That is all wet, you know. You see that? It's all wet, yeah. Watch at this. All wet, yeah. And then tell me, you know, I don't have money. I am still outdoor, you know. And then people don't have to say, hey, this, that, you know, clickbait. You know, I'm one of the last who is not in a partner program. Real street baller, you know. Real content by a real street baller. That is the way how we did it, you know. If it is wet or not, we stayed out, you know. That was the style in the 90s. No matter what, you know. And that it is. So, the 3 balls, which is the best by bad weather? Well, that depends, you know. That is the thing. They are all 3 very good, but when it is too wet like today, when the ball is completely in lakes, you know, when you have lakes in the ground, then I would not choose the molten ball, because that is too much, because the grip, you know, goes away, but still it is playable, you know, it's still nice. But there I would prefer the Nike or the DRV. There it depends, they are both good, they both have still grip, you know, because they have a rough beveling, they jump nice. This is really good, you know. That depends which ball you like more. That feels a bit odder than other basketballs, the Nike Playground. That is always a good solution, you know, our champion of the rubber balls. And, you know, there's a difference if it is raining now, because then you have another feeling as if you would come here and all is wet, you know. That is a complete difference. And so the other ball I would take when it is not completely raining, you know, the molten ball. But still, you can still use it, but you will feel it by dribbling a little bit more slippery than the other balls. But still good, you know. And that is the thing. I would prefer all of those 3, you know. When you give me 1 ball by bad weather, I'm always happy. From all balls what I have, these are the balls which I have experienced, you know, over the years. And that it is, you know. Boy, and the feeling with the wet feet, you know, that is also something. They are completely wet now, you know. Yeah, it is so. What shall I do? You know, others would say, boy, the shoe is damaged. Boy, this and that, boy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I'm out. And what do you see? My sentence from back in the days, street baller number 1. Why? Because I'm the only one. That it is, you know. I'm the only one. So in that sense, we will close the show now. And yeah, that it was. Nice thing. And now I have to go to work. We see us again. Till then, bye and ciao.